you see we set our crankshaft down on here, and you see this thing will turn. See, it turns. See? But of course it's just laying up on there, see? It's just laying up on there. Now we got to do now put our main bearing caps on here to lock this down on there. Okay? Okay. Now we got our crankshaft down into our motor block setting on those main bearings. Now this is what we lock it down with. Now we have to put a bearing, the other side of the bearing, into this cap, and then we will put these caps down over the crankshaft like that and put the screws in to lock it in. See? And you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places where our caps go. So here are our caps. I got one more cap, and our caps all go. But we put our bearings in there, then we put our caps like that. So we got to put our bearings in these caps, and then we'll lock them down. Okay. So let's set these up like this here, because we're going to put bearings in those. Got a box of bearings over here. Now you see this one here is the one that matches up with our thrust bearing, the one that has the overlapped sides. And so we see that this is the bearing that goes in the middle. That's the one that goes right in the middle. And the cap, this goes on this cap that goes in the middle. Now we don't have to worry about getting these caps confused, because if you look on top of these caps, now this is the middle one, so it's not marked. But all these other caps, they got numbers on them. See, that's the second one. That's number 2. Number 2 from the timing belt side. And this is the timing belt side over here. This is the transmission side, flywheel side. Okay? This is the timing belt side. So if number 2 would be 1, 2. This is number 2 would go right there. Okay. Now meanwhile, this one here is the center one, which is they call it thrust bearing. And we'll put this bearing on here. Okay, you see I got that bearing on this cap here. It's a crankshaft cap. Okay. Now we'll take this and put this in place like this. See? Then we take the screws and we torque this down. And before we do that, we got to put some plastic gauge on here. So we'll hold off with that. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're putting our caps on our crankshaft journals. And you see we have the center one that's called the thrust cap. We got that all torqued down. Now here's number 5. Now we'll put our screws down in here for number 5. Now we got our torque wrench on here. This is our torque wrench.